Well, Borodar, good morning everyone. Yesterday I took the train to Dolwydd Ellen with my wife Kay and we walked over the hills to Bettws-y-Coed. The views were wonderful, the vegetation turning to autumn hues, and it reaffirmed in my mind why the Society exists and how important its work is. And judging from the crowds and the traffic that descended on parts of the park when total lockdown lifted, it's clear that Snowdonia needs more friends and champions. Well, my report was sent to all members with the other AGM documents, and it was also enclosed with the Autumn magazine. So if you've not read it, then please do in your own time, which I think is better than me reading it out over Zoom, which wouldn't be the best use of our time this morning. What I'd like to do now, very briefly, is to emphasize a few points in or arising from my report. Starting with a personal note, I began my role as Chair of Trustees at the last AGM, and of course it's not been quite the year any of us expected. I want to thank our staff team and other trustees for the advice and the help they've given me, and my special thanks to outgoing Chair last year, David Archer, for his invariably wise guidance. So for a full 9 months of the year under review, from July last year up to mid-March of this year, we had a varied and successful programme of volunteering work and other events, which the Society can be proud of. And we should remember that. That was 3/4 of the year under review. But from March onwards, it was so disappointing for all of us to see all of our events cancelled or postponed indefinitely after staff had put so much hard work into preparing a really exciting and varied programme. I know that the staff team have had a very difficult time since March, at times furloughed, at other times having to work from home. And even now they and our volunteers face significant constraints and difficulties. And for a bunch of people who are highly motivated to work to make a difference to the national park and its communities, the COVID restrictions have been immensely frustrating. Well, I don't want to overlap with whatever our director John Howard says later, but from my perspective, I think the staff have all adapted fast and supported each other brilliantly. And in particular, the thing that really stands out to me is how forward-looking they've all been, scanning the horizon for what a new normal is going to look like, taking stock of what needs to change, liaising with partner organisations, seeking to tap new grant opportunities, planning ahead methodically, and thinking very carefully about how the Society's volunteering, training and events programmes will need to change and be delivered in some new ways. On the policy side, my report sketches the outlines of the last year. Increasingly, we're seeking to influence Welsh Government policy on national parks and related farming, biodiversity, climate change matters through joint representations with like-minded organisations, notably Wales Environment Link, the Alliance for Welsh Designated Landscapes, and of course the Campaign for National Parks. Speaking with one voice together with our partners, we're more likely to wield influence. But in the national park itself, the Society is the leading watchdog that's independent of central and local government and business interests. And particular places of concern at present are the two so-called enterprise zones at Trawsfynydd and Llanbedr Airfield. Well, you'll be kept posted, members, especially if it looks like a campaign is needed. How the Society moves forward in challenging times is a matter for all members of the Society. You'll have received a questionnaire with the magazine. It can also be filled in online, so I hope you'll spread the message about that questionnaire and respond with your views and ideas to help shape the direction of travel and priorities. In my report, I said one trustee was resigning. In fact, 2 trustees resigning after many, many years of service. They're Peter Weston, who did sterling work supporting the director on policy and finance matters, and Nettie Collister, who's ably chaired our enhancement subcommittee and much besides. As I can't hand them thank you cards at a real AGM, a physical AGM that is, I'm going to hold up for you to see these 2 thank you cards to each of them, which I'll be posting later today, and in each card all the existing trustees have expressed their appreciation of Peter and Nettie's contributions in their own words. So I'll get those posted later today. Thank you, Nettie and Peter. So to conclude, the next few months they're looking rather bleak generally, I think, for the whole country, but I'm a glass half full sort of person. And from what I'm seeing, I'm confident that the Snowdonia Society will get through to better times, well prepared to ramp up our practical action to conserve and enhance Snowdonia and to protect it from harmful change. So, Roger, that's all from me. Thank you very much.